Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to this new lecture, and in this lecture we will be going through the SNMP setup on the Palo Alto firewall, and we'll slightly do a brush up of the SNMP, what it really is. And now, have you ever wondered how IT teams monitor thousands of devices without manually checking each one? Now, for that, you will have to meet the SNMP, which is the silent guardian of network management. In this video, we will break down what SNMP really is, how it works behind the scenes, why every network engineer needs to understand it, and special tips for Palo Alto Firewall. Now we'll go through the step-by-step process, how to uh, implement this on the Palo Alto Firewall. Before that, about the port and protocols, right? What port it uses, you need to know. It uses two protocols. One is UDP 161 and one is UDP 162. Okay, regarding to the ports and protocols that it is using, so it is using UDP and using 161 and 162 port numbers. Now this is where the agent is listening to. The agent listens, and this is where the manager receives trap. All right, in other words, the manager is going to initiate using initiate using using port UDP port 161. All right, and the agent is going to send the traps. Agent is sending the traps using the UDP port 162, UDP 162. So this is how you need to enable these two ports if you have any firewall in between, right? If you have a firewall between your device, which is going to be again a firewall, and then the manager, which is going to be any monitoring device, any monitoring software. In our case, it's the free tool. You might have PRTG. So wherever this PRTG server is, you should allow the 161 and 162 protocol here, UDP, right? So make sure you have that enabled, and let's go and see this in action. All right, so first thing you need to do is you need to go to the device, and then in operations, device setup operations, you have the SNMP settings. Let's configure this. Here we are going to use the version 2. Even you have version 3 if you want, but I am going to use version 2 only. So this is what you have to specify as the physical location of your device. So in my case, let's say this is my Palo Alto Firewall US 1. I can mention like this, and then the string, right? SNMP string. So this I will change my secret string. Now if you have a space in between, it is not going to work. I mean, it will work, but then remember, if you specify this space, that means you have to make sure that I mean, normally no one would do, but if you're doing it intentionally, you have to keep it there on the other side as well. So I'll not keep this. So this is my secret string. Click OK. So this is the enabling the SNMP from this side. You can do this through the CLI as well. Once that is done, now next is to set up the SNMP trap, which is under the server profiles. Remember, we went to the syslog and created the syslog profiles here. Like that, you will have to create a SNMP trap here. Now you specify the name of the server profile. Let's say this is my SNMP server like this, and this is v2 name, again SNMP, let's say server. Okay, SNMP manager, which is going to be myself, and then the community. But community is my secret string, right? And this is going to be the IP 192.168 1 dot. This is going to be 13, which is my IP config. If I do, this is on my 31. So from my Palo Alto, I should be able to ping this 31. Okay, so if I go here, exit, ping host 192.168.1.31, yes, I am able to reach the SNMP server. So from my Palo Alto, this is my 31. Alright, so that's all what I have to keep as the setting. Let me check again. So let me keep this as caps. Even I can specify a version 3 as well. If you see here, you can add all those details, right? So that is something you can also do there. Now once you have this, then also you have to go to the log settings. Remember, we have specified the log settings. Now if I go to my, so I'll open the free SNMP manager here, power SNMP free manager here. I can add the agent here. I'll click on this and right click, add the agent. I have to specify the IP address. Okay, and this is going to be the Palo Alto, which is 192.168 or something, or you can say find 55, let's say, and this is my secret string. All right, add the agent. Okay, here I have to add the agent. Sorry, I was doing it here. Community string again. Anyways, I have to change the community string obviously to match. And this is 192.168 1.31 is the address. Agent is basically my Palo Alto, and this is my secret string. Then okay, and this is going to be version 2. You can also add an agent with version 3 with all these authentication here, right, with the secure, which is more secure. So click on OK. And once you have this, you should see the traps received from the Palo Alto. But before that, you have to configure the wait a second, this thing which is not coming up right now. I don't know. Seems something's wrong here. The Palo Alto firewall has crashed. So let me just reboot and come back again. Okay, so once you have the SNMP traps done, we will go to the log settings, and in the previous syslog tutorial, you saw that we have configured this for the syslog. Now we can have this for the system, this is for configuration. Now we'll add another one. Let's say this is for SNMP system, something like that we can specify. And then you have all logs, then you can add the SNMP profile here, this one. That's all. Like that, we will also create it for configuration. Let's say SNMP config like this, and then we'll add the profile here, SNMP server, this profile here, and click on OK. And after that, you would have to also go to network, and in under the maintenance, make sure this SNMP is enabled. So I'll click on that, and okay, because we are having the SNMP communication on our management. Now I'll go ahead and commit the changes. At the same time, I'll go and keep on monitoring my SNMP manager. right? If I able to see if I am able to see any um, messages here. Let's see. All right, as soon as you see, this is almost completed, so I am able to see the SNMP messages here, trap messages. Now if I see here, double click on this, I should see the system image, and this is the ID, UID, unique identifier, right? And I can see the PAVM. This is my system name, and this is the identifier for that particular data. Yeah, and yeah, this is system log. Now you can see what else. Okay, I'll go to the next one. This also is a system log, general. Yeah, so if I do any changes also, it should come up here because I have done config changes. For example, I'll go to my device. Let me what do you say, create an admin. Okay, admin. This is Ruby description, admin user, like that, and auth profile none, because this is a local username. I'll create the password. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep this as a super user. Okay, and click OK. Done, and I'm going to commit this. Once I commit this, I should see more logs here. Committed job process 2. Okay, this is the old one, I guess. Yeah, commit admin. Who is the, okay, I have done a commit, and who was the user, admin web submitted, like that. I should see. Yeah, again commit job. Alright, so I'm able to see all the SNMP traps here, system and config logs. Yeah, so I have lots of things now here, right? So if I go here, again system, so somewhere I should see a config one, because I just now configured a user. Okay, so this is how you configure the SNMP server on your Palo Alto device. And that's all for this video, and I would and hope you learned something new in this lecture. I will see you in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.